Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Mr. and Mrs. X, issue number 9. Alright, got a whole lot to say about this comic book. First, let's get into who made it. So we got writer Kelly Thompson, Oscar Basildoa on art. We got Frank D'Armata on colors, VC's Joe Sabino on letters, and the Dodsons, Terry and Rachel, doing the cover. This is Gambit and Rogue Forever, part 3 of 4. Alright, so, excuse me, sorry, gotta add, Jay Bowen and Anthony Gambino are the graphic designers. So I believe it's them who did the picture on the front, the logo, all that good stuff. All right, so Gambit is in this, in actual Mojo World, and he's got to get that treasure that Spiral asked him to get. That was her price for going in to help Rogue. Turns out that it's a 6-armed baby. Is this baby Spiral? Is this her daughter? Is this something else? Also, the people who are down there are like, dude, sir, are you trying to steal that from us? We know who you are. You're Gambit. You're awesome. But, like, that's our only thing of hope. It's like, he's like, it's not a treasure. It's a kid, you know? And they're like, could you please help us? We want to, be free. We're slaves, and we want to do our own thing. Well, Gambit says next, listen, guys, if you didn't love everything that you've been reading so far in this, just this issue alone, forget about this whole series, just this issue alone about Gambit, when you read what comes next, when you read his response, all I'm saying is, if you have ever once in your life claimed to be a Gambit fan, but you're not impressed by what he says next, please stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to me at the very least, and saying that you're a Gambit fan. All right? No. If you didn't spend hours within days, all right, of just flicking cards in your kitchen, trying to get them to go straight, you could have pretended you were Bullseye. But we didn't just want them to stick into things. No, we wanted them to blow up. We were trying to blow up the kitchen wall because, damn it, eventually, it just had to get them to go straight, baby. It's like, well, if you bend the cards this way, you'll get it to go in the direction that you want to go. Dude, just don't. This is a really, really good Gambit issue. And I'm telling you right now, if the idea of Gambit being good in this excites you, understand, Rogue is great in this. They're both fantastic. This was awesome. Rogue has to finally account for her fears. All right? She has to account for a lot. While she's under this psychic drain on her mind that's supposed to protect everyone around her because she's killing everybody around her. They got to keep on, like, recloning these people and whatnot. While all of this is happening, she's been given this mystical and technological device by Spiral in order to help her out so that she can figure out what the problem is. And she is her own guide. I love that. You'd figure it's expected, right? Yeah, ish. Not like this, though. What is said? First off, there is something that's a little. I gotta find something that I can complain about in the comic book, right? So right here it is on this page. There we go. It's in focus now. Rogue asks her memory self, Rogue, hey, it can't be that simple. Of course it's that simple. Fear controls us, blah, 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 right? Then when we get down here, we finish all of that she says. Let's wait until that gets into focus. There you go. Finishes all that, does all this stuff, and then right up here, what does she say? Well, no, it's not that simple. Fear never goes away. It's like, you just said it was that simple. Now you're saying it's not that simple. Come on now. Worst case scenario would have been cool. It's like, okay, listen, I said it was going to be simple, but not that simple. Jeez, it's not going to be remedial simple. It's going to be simple, but it's going to be, you're going to have to put some work into it, which is basically what she's saying anyway. So I had to find something I didn't like about the comic book. There it is. That's the best I could do. It's the absolute best I could do. This tells me there's going to be a whole lot more of awesome Rogue stuff coming up. As far as Gambit, I'm sorry, when has Gambit ever not been awesome? Look at this. Oscar Basildoa just coming up in here. And if I'm butchering your name, brother, I'm sorry. I love you, but I suck at pronouncing people's names. Ask anybody. But oh man, look at that. One of Deadpool's creators, Frank Niceza, I can't pronounce his name. He actually got pissed off at me for mispronouncing his name once, and he was a jerk about it too. Hold on, it's back here somewhere. I just showed you that totally awesome Gambit picture, right? Yeah, there's a whole lot in here with Rogue. A whole lot. She explores a whole lot of stuff in here, including the Genosha incident, which I think is probably the coolest freaking thing ever. But this right here. This is Basil Doa. Just look, Sabino, Joe Sabino did a great job on the letters. All right, people like to trounce on letter. Oh, it's just you're just typing stuff in. Shh. Unless you're a letterer, you don't get to critique it, or you don't get to criticize it, I should say. What do you call it? Even though this beautiful with the pink background inside, just like Gambit's explosive blowy uppy powers. Oh, and I love this thing. Like I can't remember. Has he ever done this before? Like actually with his finger and then make the thing blow up? Like that's actually really cool. I can't remember. I feel like he has. But I can't place it. So maybe I'm just making that memory. I don't know. Anyway, right here, look at this. This is just one of the best freaking Gambit poses, pictures ever. No disrespect to Mr. Basil Doa's backgrounds because it's gorgeous, but I want to see this in a much more dramatic. I want to see like bodies blown up in bits and pieces of people laying all over the place with Gambit just standing there like this. This should be a poster. This is poster worthy. Damn it, that's gorgeous. And make no mistake, Spiral, no slouch whatsoever in this comic book also. I like the way it ends. I love this comic book. I love this comic book. Look, I'm going to say something. Now is a kind of somewhat off topic, but still in the end, I'm going to bring it back to this. Look, everybody gets depressed. Everybody gets happy. Everybody gets, whatever. We're a range of emotions. Anybody who acts like you're just a robot, no, you're not. You're a jackass because you're not acknowledging all the crazy stimuli that's around you and the fact that it does affect us all. We all have ups. We all have downs. This week, you guys noticed that on Tuesday night, boom, I hit you guys hard with a whole bunch of comic book reviews. A bunch of people were like, dude, this is more comic book reviews than you usually do in one day. And then on Wednesday proper, Wednesday night, more specifically on Thursday and Friday, not a whole lot for me, right? Yeah, I just started getting into a bit of a slump. I just wasn't feeling comic books. I was enjoying life. I'm enjoying, whatever and all that good stuff. But, yeah, I wasn't really feeling comic books. I just, some really good ones, but I don't know. I just started feeling, and I didn't feel like reviewing a bunch of comic books. So I've still got a bag of comic books with all the ones I already went through. I still got a fat stack of comic books that I have to start reading. Next up, yes, I chose Miss Thompson over Mark Waid for my next comic book. Don't at me. But I decided, you know what? Let me just read this. All right, I got some Sabrina the Teenage Witch, some more Kelly Thompson coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I just figured, let me just read this and let me just see how I feel right now. This brought me back. I don't know if I'm going to be back like, let me just start boom, because I got family, I got life, all right? And this isn't my job. I don't make money. I don't make a whole lot of money at all doing this. You'd be surprised how little money YouTubers make, unless you got a whole bunch of other things going on. But I don't even have a Patreon account, so no, I don't make a whole lot of money off of this. I make hardly anything. If I made in a month what I make, doing this job, if I made that in a week at my regular job, which is just part-time, mind you, I'd have to quit immediately. I'd be like, nope, I got to find a better job because I don't make a lot of money doing this. Just understand that. But that being the case, so I do this only out of love. So when I'm not feeling, I'm just not feeling it. But I read this comic book and I'm just like, you know what? This is the reason why I love comic books. This brought me back. This is all the nostalgia back here. All these, backdrops, remembering who this character is, who these characters are. Man, felt good. Genuinely, it felt good. People who know these characters, who understand these characters, who care about these characters, who love these characters, and that's further stimuli, and that rubs off. If anybody decided to drop this comic book and you're just checking out the review to see how the comic book is still doing, it's not missing you, but you should be missing it. That's real talk. This is a really awesome comic book, and it deserves to be read. It deserves. That's what. And you know what? You deserve that for yourself also. I loved this book. This was a fan-freaking-tastic book. I cannot wait to see what happens in the next issue. Genuine, like, this is, you know what, let me just move forward a little bit. There, I'm actually at the edge of my seat, literally at the edge of my seat. I'm about to fall off of my freaking seat. I'm about to bounce. I'll talk to you guys later. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.